Uh, excuse me. Yeah, I figured that out. It's been. Is it? I said it's not the one that you wanted, is it? You can't hear me. Okay. Hello? Oh, now you can hear me. Well, that was weird. Very weird. Anyway, I said this is the third week in a row, and you said yes, and I got a new bass, and I said yes, but it's not the one you want.
Not quite. It's not a 70s vintage, but it is a Fender Precision, already metallic blue, the right blue. All I need to do is pop on the new pick guard and throw in the pickups and golden.
You got a picture for us?
I don't. It was taken down off of Craigslist.
Hmm.
Let me see. Can I find that? Oh shit, hang on. I got a buddy send it to me. My buddy who picked it up for me.
Mm-hmm. 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 Standing by. Standing by.
I'm sending it to you. I'm just texting it because it's on my phone.
Hey, I got a weird question. You ever heard of the band called Gemini Syndrome?
Gemini?
Gemini Syndrome.
Hold on, let me turn down the music. Or turn off the music. Okay, what?
I can't believe you have music playing during our podcast. Gemini Syndrome.
Are we recording?
Oh, yeah, we're live as fuck right now.
Oh, well, oops. I was also like just jamming along with the music too. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know you started recording. Gotta speak up about that shit. But yeah, I just texted you the picture. No, I have not heard of Gemini Syndrome.
Okay. Damn, I was hoping you could send it on Discord, but like pop it up on the screen for everybody. Mm-hmm. That's pretty.
So as soon as I get it, scrapping those pickups, getting rid of that pick guard, throwing on some roto sound flat wound strings.
Okay. And then
I've got it the way I want it.
And then
I play it.
And then
your camera's not on, which is why I also didn't think that
it's on. It's rolling.
it's not showing on Discord.
Dude, what is it with you? We'll take a brief break.
No, take a look at your look at your next to your name. It's got the little slash across that.
Against what? Like I'm actually recording the show right now. I can see myself. I can see myself on the Discord. I can see myself on the other monitor. There's no slash next to me. Here, let me turn it off and then turn it back on for you. Does that work?
Yep, now it's working.
Is that better for you?
It is.
All right, cool. Thank you everybody for tuning to the show. I'm Jake.
I'm Drake.
It's Jake and Drake show, and despite a little bit of technical difficulties, we are here. And
technical difficulties. I'm making air quotes right now that you can't see because I don't have a camera.
You have a camera. You know what's funny is I was going before I locked myself out of our YouTube account. I was going through and playing some of the old podcasts. You actually did 2 shows with your webcam on. You did, I don't know if it was before or after the election live stream, but you did one for the live stream. and then you did one after. I want to say it's after, and then you haven't done. So you have a camera.
Yep, I have a camera.
In fact, hold on a second. Let me see if I can do something stupid crazy. Right. Let me see if what is that shit people do? I don't even know. Heroin. Yeah, that's pretty
Cocaine?
stupid. That's pretty stupid. Let's do that. Did that do anything? No. Did that do anything? No, not really. Okay, cool. It has like the little...
What are you fucking with and breaking now?
The chroma key, where you essentially just have yourself in front of a screen, you know, like you did with your green screen.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but there's a blue screen on there apparently too. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I locked myself out of the YouTube account. So now, until I get access, Darian's gonna have to do all the video stuff. It's gonna be fun.
We will see.
I touched base with the feminist lady, and she is deployed right now.
See, she wants nothing to do with us.
We were like on not so good speaking terms, but like not for that reason. She
an ex-girlfriend?
No, I've never dated this woman. I just I know her from being in.
Okay, not dating. Mm-mm. Was your penis ever inside her?
No, sir. Okay. No. I'm not like you. I don't fuck everything that walks.
I don't anymore.
Essentially, she was.
I'm a married man now, sir.
Well, sure. And I am not a married man. I am not a married man. That's like one of my favorite quotes in TNG. You see that episode? The one where... Okay. All right.
Worf was not a married man.
Yes. He was not. But it was like a couple weeks ago, because I sent her a message on Facebook. She just never checked it out. She randomly replied to me. She was bitching about... dude, I'm telling you, like, she's like a... Now, she's a smart girl. She says some smart, but she's just so aggressive and in your face. And it's like, dude, like, sit down, fucking grab a beer, chill out. Let's have a conversation. No, you're wrong. And this is why you're wrong. It starts off because you're a man. You have a Y chromosome. You're automatically wrong. And don't get me wrong, I love her as platonically as you can love somebody. I'd like to sit down and talk to her about some of that stuff. And she did vote for Jorgensen. She's like, so during the election, she was all Joe Jorgensen. And I'm like, well, can you tell me about Joe Jorgensen? And she really blew me off. So, but yeah, she got mad at me because she made like this whole abortion speech. And I don't think people should put politics on Facebook. I really don't. I think Facebook should be just for like pictures, right? Just for pictures and posts, like family shit, right? Because Facebook is where like your grandparents and your parents are. And there's a lot of things I wouldn't put on Facebook because my family's on there. And I wouldn't want to be showing, me personally, I wouldn't want to be showing my ass on Facebook. Like, that's what Twitter's for to me. Twitter's a dumpster fire, and I keep it dumpstery, bro. And I add to that fire. I just don't understand why people put political shit on there. So I just kind of jumped in there and I said with the Supreme, I said I'm not going to argue about the abortion case. I'm just going to argue about the constitutionality of what the Supreme Court did. You know that.
Well, the Supreme, in that last thing, everybody's blown out of proportion because the Supreme Court didn't say, you know, you can't have abortions. The Supreme Court said that they didn't even uphold the Texas law. They shot down the challenge because of I think the organization filing it didn't have a standing or something like that. So it was more a legal procedure than saying no, Texas's law is A-OK or
because someone has to be hurt by the law first, right? Somebody has to be yeah, and that hasn't happened yet. So, but But all I was saying is, I was saying, well, it was, there's nothing in the Constitution. There's nothing in the Constitution about privacy, technically, because they were like the privacy clause. So I went mulling.
Search and seizure. That's privacy.
Search and seizures, and that has to do with search warrants and cops staying in your house. You know, the government putting people in your. That's what that whole amendment is about. Nothing about there is privacy. Nothing about there is the right to kill a baby or an unborn baby or whatever you want to say. There's nothing about it. And what should have been is the Supreme Court, if they had done what the Supreme Court's supposed to do, and that's read the law as it's written, they should have kicked it back to the states. And if you want to abort your baby, then move to California. And if you don't, then stay in the South. That's kind of how it should be. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, I'm not even going to get into abortion. I'm not. We've had that discussion, but that's a state's right. That's federalism there. That's the federal government overreaching way before my time, you know, and I kind of realized that a few years ago, but it's neither here nor there. So she was mad about that. And you know, I could admit, I said I'm not here to argue whether or not you think of, and she doesn't have kids, and as far as I know, she's never been pregnant. So then if she has been pregnant, she's never had a kid, so she's taken advantage of that, and nobody is saying that she can't do that, and she doesn't live in Texas. So you know, it's like I don't know. I'm kind of losing the plot. You know, it's like people in New York getting upset about mask mandates in Florida, or the lack thereof. It's like, why do you care? You don't live in fucking Florida. You know? Fuck. Why do you care?
Because they go to Florida to vacation.
But yeah, did I tell you, I did jump into some shit on Facebook when they were talking about the Afghani refugees coming over.
And I did not. But Facebook is cancer.
It is cancer. And
last time I got on Facebook, it gave me AIDS.
So it's cancer, but it gave you AIDS.
Yep, it's all of the above. Mm-hmm. It's just horrible. Delete it now.
Well, like I said, like Facebook, I think if I were the governing body and I just wanted to be like an authorocrat, you know, I would just be like, you can only put family friendly stuff on Facebook. That is it. I don't give a fuck what you think, Mark Zuckerberg. I don't care. I'm usurping. I am the king of the United States, and you can only put family. Like, cause, and if you want a political shit, then go make a YouTube channel or go get a Twitter account or something of that nature. You know, there's just, I don't know. I kind of enjoy just going through Facebook and getting good shit. I scroll through. Someone adopted a puppy. Someone took a family photo. And then all of a sudden you run into a train wreck of somebody talking about how deadly the coronavirus is. And I just have to resist the urge. Like, I think what Facebook does for me is it tests my ability to not keyboard warrior anybody. Which, aside from like a couple instances here and there, I do pretty damn well. I'm just like, and I type something out and I read it. And then I just control X and then I just close Facebook and go do something else.
Here's the thing. If you started off by just closing Facebook and going and doing something else,
mm-hmm.
you would have missed all that bullshit
mm-hmm.
and had more time to do something else.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem, though. I'm actively like taking a shit, or I don't get to sit here on my phone that often. So usually, if I'm on my phone, I'm watching TV with the lady, which means she's really watching what she wants to watch, and I'm just there. So I have my phone, or I got
play a mobile phone game, or leave the room and do something you want to do.
You see, that's the weird thing about relationships. I don't know about yours, but like the past couple women that I've been with, if she, meaning the current one or the ex one or the one before that one, if they were watching television, I was expected to at least be in the room with them while they watched. They could be watching. Now they know it's fair game. They all know that if they're watching some shit like Twilight or they're watching like 50 Shades of Grey, like that's out of the question. I'm not hanging out for that. But, you know, if they're watching like Law and Order or something, or they're watching like CSI Miami or something like, I was like, I'll stick around.
I have a grown-up relationship, where my wife and I do different things. We have different interests and hobbies, and we have our time together.
How old is
If she's
how
watching
how does the
something,
old lady, if you don't mind me asking?
how old is she?
Yeah, if you don't, I don't want to ask her age if it's disrespectful, but how old is she?
She's 32.
Okay, so she's under 40. That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
31. She'll be 32 this year.
Okay. And you're like 60. We know. But
Yeah.
go on.
No, we just have a grown-up relationship where we each can do, what we want. If I'm watching a show she's not interested in, she'll leave the room and work on her projects or
What does
stream
she
something on her little handheld. And
What does she do? Like, and I'm just asking because I give people that. I'm like, well, we need to spend time together, and you have all your interests and your hobbies, and it's like, well, what do you want to do? I don't know. Do you want me to build you a computer? I can build you a computer, and then you could play computer games, or, like, what do you want? Like, give me some ideas of what, I guess, a wife-like person could be doing with their time.
when she's got her resin business, she's plays her own video games, and she's in roller derby. I mean, what are you asking?
No, I was just asking. Yeah. Okay. All right. Noted. But usually, especially with the child, it's kind of customary to hang out and just watch his reaction to whatever he's watching on television. I try to limit him on that shit because I don't know at what age he's gonna start remembering things that he sees. So I'm always kind of like, did he get his cartoons for the day? Did he watch some shapes and shit flying across the screen? It's, and she's like, well, he likes real shows where people talk. So I mean, there are some shows like Chips. You remember Chips?
Yep.
Yeah, Chips, and what's the one with Hasselhoff? Knight Rider. Yeah, and there's one more, Magna PI. There's a channel that plays all those 80s shits, and so he watches those and he likes them. But then I remember what time he was like, yeah, he's learning things, and I was like, oh, okay. So I looked at my son. I was like, indictment, capital murder. I'm just saying these things you would hear on, what was it? It was Law and Order: Criminal Intent, I believe. But yeah. No, she just, I guess she just, obviously, she just wants me to hang out with her, and I guess she feels like even after the child's put to bed, she feels like maybe I blow her off if I come run up here to get some Call of Duty and I'll hang out, and I'll be like, all right, I gotta go kill something.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if her idea of fun or whatever is watching some dumb program on TV and you're not into said program, if she has an issue with you leaving the room to do something else in another room of the same house, I mean, I could understand maybe oh, I'm going out to the bar with the boys. I could maybe see that, but if you just leave the room to go play video games where your setup is, or to read a book, or to go jerk off in the bathroom, whatever, why did you give a fuck?
No. I mean, I don't know. But then again, everybody's different. I don't know. I just know that people need different hobbies. You can't hang around with somebody all the time. I don't think that's complete. Even if you're married to that person, or you're bound to them for whatever reason. Maybe you guys have a kid together, or maybe you guys are roommates. You guys are just really good friends. Even if you're platonically friends, like same-sex friends. Like, everybody needs their own interests. It's kind of a healthy thing, right? I think you'd agree. Like, it's good
Yeah,
to have.
dude. If we were roommates, I would not sit there in the room and watch TV with you. I have no interest in watching your stories.
What do you, I hardly watch TV. What are you talking about?
Your boy Tucker.
I don't watch Tucker Carlson. What are you talking about? You and Rad can, like, go sit in a tub and fucking double Dutch rudder, bro. I don't watch Tucker Carlson.
I'm killing Rad on you.
Okay. You know what I do most of the time? Most of the time, I have, like, some YouTube channels I follow, and I listen to them. Listen is the key word, because I will be fucking cleaning out the litter box. I will be hand washing dishes that can't be dishwashed. I will be wiping down counters. I will be doing the yard work. I will be driving to work. I will be driving at home. I will be at work typing in shit into an Excel, putting things on a PowerPoint. Like, that's usually when I listen to things on the. That's why I get mad at people. Like, I'm like, yeah, this is a really good listen. And like, I don't have time for this. I'm like, dude, everybody has time to listen to something that's like fucking 5 to 8 minutes long. Don't give me that shit. You know, like, if you give me something 5 to 8 minutes long, I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it. Don't give me something I actually have to actively watch, because if I have to watch it, then I actually can't, multitask. It's brainless pushing a lawnmower. Just it's brainless using a weed whacker. It's brainless watering a lawn. It's brainless picking up dog shit. It's brainless picking up cat shit. It really is. But that's time I could be utilizing, learning something or hearing a different point of view. So, but no, I hardly watch television, dude. If we were roommates, I'd hand you the remote. Except like date night. We would alternate. So maybe you'd pick a movie one night, then I'd pick a movie the other night.
Are you gonna take me out to dinner first?
No, it's date night, so we're probably like, date night. I mean, I guess most of my date nights just end up like being like home cooking. Don't you know how to cook?
Yeah, I can cook.
Okay, so you cook, I clean. I cook, you clean. That's kind of the deal. Best dish you can cook.
I don't know. My tri-tip's pretty good.
Okay.
I have a beef stroganoff is the probably the most requested.
Beef stroganoff. It's like ground beef with like some noodles and shit.
Fuck no, ground beef. What a pussy.
I don't know.
Nah, I get a good cut of meat, and then I oftentimes tri-tip, and then I'll slice it up nice and thin, little strips, and then stir fry it with my seasoning and stuff, and then throw in the mushrooms, and then throw in the cream or a sour cream and other shit, onions, and then when that's almost ready, you boil the noodles and boom.
So you boil the noodles separately. You don't add them to this saucepan of
separately.
Okay. Sour cream and seasoning. Is there any cheese in there?
Nope.
No cheese. Just like sour cream fresh out of the little plastic container.
Yep, sour cream. Usually a can of cream and mushroom soup.
Cream and mushroom soup.
Do you want the recipe? I'll just tell you the recipe. You take a can of cream and mushroom soup, a tub of sour cream, or a can or two of cream and mushroom soup, depending on how much you're making. Like an onion, you cut it with the thin strips, and then meat, whatever your choice is. Cook it up with your seasoning, season the meat, and then once that's been browned, throw in the onions and other seasoned stuff and mushrooms. Forgot the mushrooms.
You did. You said that earlier. That's why I thought it was weird.
I know. When I was running down the list just a second ago, I forgot.
Okay.
And then, get that all sautéed up, and then throw in the cream mushroom soup and sour cream, and let it simmer.
Mm-hmm.
while you're making the noodles.
How much meat are you using? Like a pound, 2 pounds?
It all depends. Tend to go meat heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I want a bite of meat and or a piece of meat in every bite. So
Okay.
then I make the noodles, and then once the noodles are cooked, I can sometimes we'll mix them in, sometimes won't. It all depends on my mood.
Right.
If I'm trying to do a nicer presentation, I won't mix it, and I'll lay the noodles on the plate, take a ladle scoop, and like slowly drizzle it around and make a neat little shape with a little glop of the meat and everything in the center.
Bro, I ain't got time for that. I just dump them shits in the saucepan, bro. I have to try that. That sounds pretty interesting. I'll be honest, I don't have like a signature dish. I just have things where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try shrimp scampi, and I'll just do like a quick read. I'll be like, okay, so I need some wine. Okay, I got some shrimps, and then okay, cool. So that's gonna take me about 2 or 3 hours to do it, and I'll just be like, all right, we'll go shopping, and I'll pick up like the shrimp, and I already got wine, and I'll do shrimp scampi, and it comes out pretty damn good. What was something else? What is that shit? What is that fancy rice? It
goes good with pilaf.
No, I don't. I just do the shrimp scampi with like linguine or fettuccine. Just keep it simple.
You said what rice?
Oh, not pilaf. The other one. The saucy rice. You know what I'm talking about. Fuck.
No.
The saucy rice.
Saucy rice.
All right, let me just tell you what I did. Right, so I just take some normal rice and I put it in a frying pan, and I get the rice to pop. Right, and as the rice pops, I already have like chicken broth, and I slowly add the chicken.
You're making rice-a-roni.
No, I'm not making rice. It's not rice-a-roni. God damn it! It's
essentially the same as
no,
rice-a-roni.
It's not.
You fry the rice.
Yes,
and you add
but
water.
You don't fry it all the way.
And the seasoning.
You get the rice right, but it's
brown it.
Yes.
You're making follow the recipe on the back of the rice-a-roni.
No,
box
but it's not
with your own rice.
It's not rice-a-roni, dude. There's actual terminology. It's oh my god, you're gonna make me look this.
Rice pilaf.
No. You're gonna feel like an idiot when I tell you it. Risotto. So risotto, you take the rice, you kind of pop it, and then you slowly stir in. Like, you can't add too much chicken broth at once. That's the trick. If you add just too much chicken broth at once, you're gonna fuck it up. So most professional chefs can cook a good amount of risotto in like 20 minutes. Like, the first time I did it, it took me about 45 minutes. But that shit came out so good. Oh my god. But most of my dishes I try to like make them healthy. I mean, just because I like to eat healthy, but sometimes irresponsibly, but at least it's not that bad. I'm not saying anything about your dishes, just me. Like, in fact, this weekend,
this beef stroganoff is not healthy.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that.
I mean, just like the sour cream alone is like,
or the
5,000 calories.
Cream of mushroom, like straight out of the can. Yeah. No, but like this weekend, so I went to Sam's Club, and she was talking about how she needed more fatty meat. And like, the problem with me is I don't mind cooking. I just hate cleaning up. And lately, because of my son, I end up cooking and cleaning. So I would rather just cook like once a week. Just cook like, and put everything in a Tupperware, like little, and I like doing it to where it's compartment. People call it meal prepping, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's not necessarily healthy. I just want to cook a lot, and I want it to sustain me through at least like the next 5 days. I don't want to fucking have to clean up the kitchen. Most importantly, the gas stove. I don't want to have to clean that motherfucker for a little bit. So what I did was I took some ground beef. I got the 90% lean, and I took about, I think, 6 pounds, 5 or 6 pounds off of that. And I had to do it about 3 pounds at a time, 2 pounds at a time in the saucepan, and then drain it, and then I just added taco seasoning to it. So I took lean ground beef, added taco seasoning to it, and then I had rice in the rice cooker, and I just portioned it out to 4 ounces of seasoned beef and a quarter cup of rice, and then boom, and I got a fuck ton of those in the fridge. And then earlier today, here's
another one that's similar to that you might like for your stuff.
What's that?
Take the ground beef, and you cook rice as well. But take the ground beef, throw in your seasonings, throw in some frozen veggies, like the carrots, corn, green beans kind of mix, and you throw it in there with the beef, or actually cook the beef, drain it, then throw the veggies in, so they don't absorb all the grease and fat. Yeah. And then when the rice is done cooking, then you take that and throw it into the pot with the meat and mix it all up. Kind of I don't know, I call it a spade al halves based on the seasoning I use for the ground beef.
I'll give it a shot. It's not bad. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't eat a lot of vegetables. Maybe I should eat some more. Maybe. But normally the diet that I eat, between if I just had the ideal diet, I only had to feed myself, and I had all the time in the world, the most vegetables I use are frozen broccoli. That's pretty much the only vegetable. That's my go-to. Frozen. I just buy a bunch of frozen broccoli, put that shit in the freezer, and then something like you would do with your stroganoff, or like you just said, I would just add frozen broccoli to that. In fact, I would just saute it in there with frozen broccoli. I wouldn't even cook the broccoli in the microwave or steam it in a pot. I would just put it right in there. So that's normally what I do. But I haven't been doing that lately because I'm lazy. But yeah, and then today I was cooking 10 pounds of chicken breast, and I fucking hate that. I'm the kind of guy where I'm so lazy, I would rather just get a crock pot, and you get the chicken breasts and you have them, boom, 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 have them, and then you season them. And lately I've been seasoning them with fajita seasoning. So I pan fry them. I can do that. That's time consuming. I can grill them. That's also time consuming. Or I could just throw them in a crock pot, and I can go jack off for the next 4 hours and then come back and they're done. And
get a Foreman grill.
Well, no. Here's the cool part. Well, Foreman grill, I still have to babysit the thing. If I put them in a crock pot and I set them for a timer of about 4 hours, they'll be, well, if I set them for the lowest cooking, they'll be done in 4.5 hours. You don't want to leave them in there too long because they get overcooked, and then when you put them in the Tupperware and you put them in the fridge and then you heat them up, they're dry as hell. So you want to get them when they're still very tender in the middle bit. But the cool part about that is when you're done with that, you got all that fucking chicken broth. So when you want to make a risotto, or you want to make chicken soup, or you want to do something that requires chicken broth, you have authentic chicken broth, because chicken breast is loaded with sugar, salt, and a little bit of fat. And so I usually pour that in a reclaimed sour cream container, and then I put that shit in the freezer, and there it is for when I need chicken broth. Or I just give it to the dogs and watch them shit their guts out for the next couple days, just mix it in with their dog food. She didn't hear that from me, but yep. I do enjoy cooking breakfast tacos. I'm pretty good at cooking eggs, pretty good at cooking bacon, chorizo, sausage. Pretty good at baking. I enjoy baking. In fact, I make a pretty damn good pound cake from scratch. I don't know if you do. Do you bake at all, or you just cook, or do you grill?
Yeah, I don't do a lot of baking. I cook, I grill. I did some baking. I've made cookies and shit before, but not a whole hell of a lot. So I've done some baked mochi.
What the fuck is that?
Mochi is mashed rice. You go to a Japanese restaurant, they have mochi. It's it's rice. You can cheat and get rice flour and do it that way, or traditional ways. You take the rice and then like just have the giant um, mortar, and you basically with these hammers take turns hammering it and
Koreans do that too. I've seen Koreans do that. Yeah, they call it something else though, right?
I don't know. I'm not Korean.
And I was gonna say earlier. I was gonna say, you sure talk about not just this podcast, but past what you referred to your tri-tip. Is that a Japanese thing too?
No, it's just a grilling thing.
Mm. So you're grilling. It's the 4th of July. It's Labor Day. It's Memorial Day. You're grilling. What are you grilling?
Well, these days I don't even grill per se. I smoke. I put it in a smoker.
You don't actually. Do you have a grill?
Yes, in storage.
Okay, so if you were grilling, what are you grilling?
Steaks or tri-tips.
That's it?
Yeah.
You don't grill baked potatoes?
No.
You don't do corn?
I mean, occasionally.
Burgers? Hot
Very
dogs?
rarely.
Brats?
No.
Chicken breasts? Chicken wings?
Yeah, occasionally chicken. Like I do have a recipe for these like chicken bites. You cook them on a skewer. You wrap them. You take chicken breast. You can do thighs also.
Mm-hmm.
Cut them into small chunks.
Okay.
Take a package or two of bacon, cut it in half.
Okay.
And then wrap the bacon around the chicken with a tamed jalapeno, which is just basically a milder jalapeno. So you get the jalapeno flavor, but not the fire.
Right.
And then smoke those or grill those.
So does the bacon go around the chicken or does it go around the jalapeno?
It goes around both. And then when you're done, the bacon holds it all together.
Mm-hmm.
So you like wrap it, stick it on a skewer.
Right.
And so you have a skewer full, and then take all your skewers, grill them up, and I've got this sauce that I cannot find up here, and I need to talk to my friends in California and have them ship me some. But J. Leroy's dipping sauce, and it's fucking phenomenal.
What kind of sauce is it?
It's just kind of like a barbecue sauce, but it's a dipping. It's a little runnier than barbecue sauce. It's designed for you to like take it. Maybe not really runnier, but I don't know, it's just a dipping sauce. So you can take those and dip them, or what I prefer to do is like throw them all in a bowl, squirt a bunch of the sauce in there, and then put a cover on the bowl, shake it all up, and serve with tongs.
This sauce though, like does it have a kick to it? Is it spicy? Is it sweet? Is it creamy?
It's got it's sweetish. It has a little bit of a kick to it, not too much. But it goes.
Because I made a sauce like that from scratch, and it basically was mayonnaise, paprika, and sriracha.
Gross.
It's actually, just give it a shot. And the first time I did it, I was making a Reuben. So, the woman was like, "I'm hungry." I'm like, "What do you want?" I don't know. It's like, well, there's all that fucking fancy deli meat you bought. She's like, "I don't feel like it." I was like, "Well, what about like a Reuben?" And she's just, you see that, and I was like, "All right." So just toasted some bread.
We're about to tread on some territory in this conversation that I've been told to stay away from.
Well, I'm just saying, like, so I just fucking whipped up this sauce and I tasted it as I went, so I don't actually have the proportions of this and this, but mayo, sriracha, and paprika, and that is actually a pretty good sauce. I would like to try dipping some chicken nuggets in it now that I think about it. Like, as soon as I heard you say, like, it's a little creamy and it's kind of sweet and it has a little bit of a kick to it, like, try it. I think that might be up your. I'm already thinking about these jalapeno chicken bacon poppers, and that sounds pretty interesting. And I think I would do it with the thighs. Oh, we do like the...
I named them Philly Bites after a gentleman named Joe Philly, who judged a like grilling competition that we had years ago that I participated in,
Mm-hmm.
and he has since passed away. And when he passed away, I released the recipe.
Yeah, well, I think I would do that with the chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs, and but I okay. Let me just rehash this.
One thing I also do sometimes, if you're not smoking it, um, I'll marinate the chicken beforehand. Usually just essentially chicken broth, but um, if you're not actually smoking them, I'll take a little bit of that, like liquid smoke and throw it into the marinade.
Liquid smoke. Okay, it's interesting flavor for chicken. Ugh. Usually the liquid smoke goes on like your beef products, yeah.
Goes on whatever you want to smoke or want to taste like you smoked.
Mm. Okay, so I put the bacon around the chicken, and then I put the jalapeno around the bacon and the chicken, and then I put bacon around.
So you have a chunk of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
You grab a tamed jalapeno. You then take the piece of bacon and wrap it around, holding the bacon or holding the jalapeno to the chicken, and then you stick it on the skewer.
Oh, so I'm not okay. So the chicken's not actually encased by the jalapeno.
No,
And the
they're like slices.
So they're just come on, man. All right. I got you now. I got you. All right, because normally, like the go-to is with the jalapeno poppers, right? So it's basically.
It's not a jalapeno popper. In no time did I ever say jalapeno popper.
I understand that, but when you're talking about wrapping bacon around it, I'm like thinking, is the chicken in the middle like the cream cheese and the cheddar cheese would be? Like, there's no clear guidance on it, so just kind of lost on that. It was like a thing you should have not have been ambiguous with, because I was just confused. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think I would try it. I think the first time I try it, I put it in the air fryer, just as a sample, just a small sample. I don't need to smoke it. I just need to cook it thoroughly and see how it tastes without anything else. And then I would think about the marinade, me personally. But that sounds pretty damn good. I like that. I like that idea. We got a jalapeno garden, dude, so we got a fuck ton of jalapenos.
The tamed jalapenos are pickled.
No. All you got to do, bro, is just remove the seeds. You remove the seeds.
See, you don't. That's not the recipe.
That's how you tame a jalapeno, is you get rid of the seeds. The seeds have all the capsaicin in them. That's how you tame any pepper.
That's not the recipe.
So you're using pickled jalapenos to do this?
Yep.
Why? So, assuming you remove the seeds, why would you not use a fresh jalapeno?
Because that's not the recipe. Try it with a fresh jalapeno if you like. The pickled jalapenos taste better because the vinegar and stuff in that pickling process adds a bit to the flavor to the flavor orchestra.
Sure.
So you can do it any way you want, but that's not the fucking recipe. If you're gonna try Philly bites, you do it this fucking way.
One more
step
thing.
by motherfucking step.
One more thing though, like Philly is associated with cream cheese,
Well, yeah.
So
This is not Philadelphia. This is Joe Philly.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he's not Joe.
The
from
guy
Philly.
who judged the. In fact, I can tell you. Maybe I shouldn't tell you on air. I don't know if he wants that out. There is somebody, a big named person, a billionaire, who was at that barbecue and agreed that that was one of the best things he's ever had.
So you're hanging out with Mark Cuban?
Something like that.
Okay, well, I'll give it a go. I guess I'd have to go buy pickled jalapenos. We don't have any.
Pickled tamed jalapenos. And
No.
check to see if you've got J. Leroy's in your neck of the woods. You might.
The seasoning?
The dipping sauce.
Oh, let me see. Let me just get a picture here. J. Leroy sauce or
J. Dot Lee space Roy's, I believe.
Well, hold on. It says there's an option. It says where to buy. Cost Plus, Safeway, Rayleigh's.
Oh, it's available at Safeways now?
Food Max, Save Mart, Scolari's, Holiday, Nuggets. Let's see.
It is not available at Safeway.
No, that's what the website says. That's what their website says.
I know. I'm like I clicked that link and went to the Safeway website because we have Safeways here, and it is not available at Safeway.
Man, look at that. Look at like California. They probably passed like some stupid ass fucking legislation that won't let J. Leroy sell anything outside of California. Just so they can see if you'll come back.
Fuck that.
What? I don't know, dude. I would tell you definitely just throw some fucking sriracha and some mayo and some paprika together. See if that hits it. And just do a small one. Just do like a little, get one of them little things that you put, I don't know if you pack your lunch. I don't know if you were packing lunches when you went to work, but sometimes I pack a salad and there's like those little small containers you could put salad dressing in or whatever in your lunchbox. Yeah, that's what I mix it in. But
Found it on the Safeway site, and it says this item is not offered in store.
So buy it. Buy it online. Have them ship it to you.
It does not give me an option to do so.
Okay.
But it is delicious.
I can't even see a picture. Hold on, let me see images. J. Leroy's Dippin' Sauce. Shop. Oh, jleroys.com.
So you can buy it online
Yeah.
from them.
Shop. 23 ounces of sauce, $6.
Yep. Original. You want the original,
Yeah.
not the hickory.
No, I'm just gonna add it to my cart. Let me see how much check out. Oh. See how much the shipping costs.
I ran through my supply of the J. Leroy's, so I was using that on these like chicken brats.
You gotta order.
Those-
You gotta order a lot, by the way. It's
Why?
It's $15 to ship. So, just
Gotcha.
anyway. So, you run through some chicken.
I'll just have my buddy in California pick me up several bottles of it and stick it in all the stuff that's gonna get hauled up here, like with my guitar.
But you already got your guitar.
No, it was in California.
Yeah, I know.
I sent him money. He went and picked it up for me. He actually found it. I told him I was looking, and honestly, I totally forgot about Craigslist. And he looked on Craigslist over there. I ended up when he mentioned Craigslist, so I looked up here, and the only one I found was somebody selling one for $2,700.
I told you last week when you were talking about it.
I don't recall. Shows how much I listen to you.
Go back and watch the VOD.
So anyhow, my buddy was telling me I should check Craigslist, and he like sent me two links, and the second one was exactly perfect what I was looking for, aside from the fact that it wasn't the 70s maple body. But I don't think I'm going to find one of those very easily. It's going to be one of those unicorn things I stumble on. Well, I take that back. I'm not going to find one easily that's not $2,700. So, or $1,250 if I buy the new one. But yeah, so yeah, the second one was perfect, the right color and everything. So I got it. Talked to the guy. My buddy went and did the exchange yesterday, and it's sitting there waiting to be brought up here.
Well, I'm happy for you. Really am. So when are we gonna hear you like jamming out?
Probably not. Got no band. Don't intend to.
Just do a fucking bass. Just do a bass groove, man. Ba-doom, doom, doom, doom. That's all you gotta do, right?
There's only one time I had to do like a bass solo, and I was filling in for a country band. I was like, just you know, I, at the time I was just, you know, playing with whatever band needed a bassist. You know, bass for a country band, did bass for I did live bass for a rapper, even. And just the guitarist broke his. This was for the country band. The guitarist broke his string or two strings and needed to, you know, swap them on. You know, just play. I'm like, fuck, all right. So I just started playing, but the only shit I knew, like for solos, was kind of like metal stuff, and so I'm trying to slow it down to be more country, but it ended up. I mean, as I start playing through this riffs I knew, just kept speeding up because I was just, you know, muscle memory, and it was a little weird and embarrassing.
Yeah, you should probably take like some YouTube classes and just learn how to play like some jazz bass. I think jazz kind of goes with everything, though. You know, so jazz could definitely go with some R&B or some rap, or you could just speed that shit up and do some rock. Sure as hell can do some country with some like jazz flair. Yeah. I'm just trying to give the people what they want, and as you've been talking about bass for the past 3 weeks, and so we just want to hear some bass. That's all we want to hear.
Maybe we'll see.
Look at this. Just this guy, the procrastinator. We're still waiting for a camera. Now we're just asking for some bass, and oh man, that's unfortunate. So those of you watching, I did scare him. I jumped in the call with him while he was playing the bass and knocked him out of his seat, blew him away.
Because my volume was up all the way, and my system sounds, the little beep for someone joining the channel, was really loud. I'm like, ah, fuck. And then he started talking, and that was louder because I had my input level cranked all the way up. So yeah, made my ears itch.
Speaking of making your ears itch, how about your Las Vegas Traders, man? They're actually doing pretty well this year.
What are they, 2-0?
I think they're 3-0. I think they won this week.
I didn't realize this is week 3. I'm having to watching football.
I don't watch it either. I just have.
And they're not my team anymore. In fact, I removed them from my alerts. I didn't even know anything about what they're doing. Fuck the Traders. Fuck them in the ass.
So if they went to like the Super Bowl, you wouldn't like catch them.
Nope.
On the Super. Okay. And if for some reason they were
well, no, I might actually watch them on the Super Bowl just because I tend to kind of sometimes watch the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't root for them though.
No. In fact, I would probably actively root against them.
That's some
unless it was the Broncos. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't be the Broncos in the Super Bowl with them.
No.
You're saying, but Dallas Cowboys.
So you would
If it was the Dallas, if it was the Dallas Cowboys playing them, that'd be a tough one. I might have to actually root for them.
what about Tampa Bay?
Yeah, sure. In fact,
You would root
that's
for
what did it.
You would root for Tom Brady?
Sure.
Okay. That's what did what?
I remember when Chucky went over to Tampa Bay and they were both in the fucking Super Bowl, and they didn't change any, Raiders did not change any of their plays, and Gruden was sitting there and he was smirking. You could see the camera was on him. He's like, they're lining up. He smirks, mumbles something into the mic, and then the Raiders get creamed because they didn't change any of their fucking plays. That was the last time the Raiders were in the Super Bowl. What, early 2000s?
Early 2000s. That's when they had a really good quarterback. It was like Rich Gannon. He was really
Gannon
good.
the Cannon.
Yeah, he was pretty damn good. It's a shame he didn't win a Super Bowl. He's coming
But
from a
they
former
fucked over
Broncos
their
fan.
head coach, and then after fucking him, they didn't change the locks.
it's a pretty solid analogy.
I mean, I swear on like the whole game I'm watching, and whenever they show John Gruden on the sidelines when after when a play's being set up, he sees the Raiders line up, he smirks, mumbles something, and the Raiders get obliterated because they didn't change their plays. And
If it makes you feel better, just keep in mind that Peyton Manning had that MVP year with the Broncos, and they didn't change a damn thing, and they got obliterated by the Seahawks. And that was a little bit more embarrassing than y'all. And I do remember that game because that's Jerry Rice was on the Raiders, and they had Jerry Rice mic'd up, and then after halftime he ripped his mic out. It's like supposed to hear Jerry Rice talking smack or running routes, and they were getting their ass beat so bad he took his mic off.
Yep.
But yeah, that was the infamous cover 2 defense that John Gruden ran the entire game, and it just Rich Gannon couldn't do shit.
Well, it could have helped if their new head coach decided to change the plays instead of coasting. You know what? See, that was the year that John Gruden took 2 teams to the Super Bowl, is what it is.
Yeah, I think that was 2000. Is that 2001 or 2002?
I was thinking 3, but maybe 2.
It was 2003. Yeah. Yeah. Super Bowl 37. Gruden is traded to the Buccaneers. Buccaneers beat the Raiders by a score of 48-21. Yeah. Who was the MVP? Dexter Jackson, safety. Okay.
Yeah, it was brutal. Yeah, but fuck the traders anyway. They don't matter to me anymore.
Yeah. I feel like they haven't mattered to you for a long time, though. Despite...
Since they announced the move.
Well, they announced the move like 2 or 3 years ago, and I feel like up until then you didn't really keep up with them, did you?
Yeah, did somewhat.
All right, so
I mean, I didn't follow football super closely, but
so I have tickets to the Raiders game in Vegas, and you're the only. I mean, really, you're probably the only Raiders fan I could stand to be around.
not a Raiders fan. But go on.
And you wouldn't want to invite.
Well, I mean, if you're flying me to Vegas too, sure, I'll go to. I'll suffer through the game
Flights
so that I can.
I'll suffer through the game.
so that I can, cheer whatever team the Raiders are playing, unless it's Dallas or the Broncos.
What about the Chiefs? What about the Chargers? It's a whole division.
Chargers, I would root for over the Raiders.
would root for the Chiefs over the Raiders?
Hell yeah, I would.
What if they changed their name to be politically correct? What if they were like the Kansas City Arrowheads or something?
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care? Okay. But you would root for it if it
Did
was...
they fuck me over and break my heart again? No.
But you
They're
know what?
just there, and they
Dude,
just changed their name.
You fucking left You left the Raiders, bro. How about that? You left the fucking Raiders. They didn't leave
No,
you.
It was. They were my team, though. I even stuck with them when they moved to L.A. Remember those football? Well, I don't know if they were really popular when you were a kid.
Mm.
When I was a kid, football pencils were popular.
Yeah.
And
everybody
had,
wanted the
Oakland
Cowboys
Raiders,
ones.
I had football. I had the Oakland Raiders pencils even when they moved to L.A.
Yeah, I remember. It's like 25 cents. You get a pencil. And then, people would fucking play pencil wars with them if they didn't like the teams, right? And you'd be like,
Sometimes.
oh my God, like, let me get that pencil. You're about to break it. Yeah.
I'd actually made a special pencil for Pencil Wars that I had taken off the end cap and slowly and meticulously got rid of as much of the lead in there as I could. My dad had like these little tiny fine dental drill bits, so I'd go in there and just kind of a hand scrape that out, and I put a small like steel rod in there.
So you cheated.
So so about half the pencil was a steel rod, and the back end, not the front end that you'd write with. So I could still write with it and sharpen it, and then the other half was steel rod, or probably not steel, but like a coat hanger type metal.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty. It's pretty dirty. I wasn't particularly good at pencil wars or pencil fighting, whatever the hell we called it, but I knew dudes that were like the MVPs. You never challenged them because they could just break a pencil in like the first shot. It was just ridiculous. Yeah. Good times, good times. So no football this year. Not really feeling the bass. What about the video games, man? Like we had talked about that I don't know, like five podcasts ago. Is there anything out there that you're going to be playing? Like you know
I've been playing a little bit of Red Dead Redemption, but yeah.
I know. I mean like something like online with friends. Is there like another Tom Clancy out there? Is there you looking forward to playing Lich King if they come out with the World of Warcraft Lich King expansion?
Nope.
No.
I mean, I know there's the Tom Clancy's Homeland, which is basically multiplayer survival Division.
Mm-hmm.
But already, I mean, even in the, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that yet, but yeah, fuck it, I don't care. If our 22 subscribers rat me out, well, fuck you then. But I was in the alpha for that, and just the amount of griefing I dealt with in just the alpha was annoying. So
You need the amount of griefing.
just like chaining and training bad guys over to you, then looting your stuff.
Wait. What? So go okay. So they changed it, like, whereas the regular division, everything was like zoned, right? So I wouldn't interact with you unless I was in your party. I wouldn't see your mobs unless I was in your party. So they went to more.
It's not the division.
Well, I'm saying I get it, it's like an open world survival game, but it's actually more like WoW, where you could just aggro a bunch of mobs and bring them to somebody and drop aggro and they attack that person. Is that what you're saying?
Sort of. I mean, not necessarily drop aggro. You just get them to aggro on the other guys, and you book it out of there and wait, go hide, watch the other guy get killed, let the bad guys walk away, go there, loot the corpse.
Loot the corpse of the guy that died, or the people he killed. What? What is this game? Tom Clancy Homeland?
Yep.
So this isn't even related to the Division at all. It's not like an expansion
It's not. It's related. It's in the world of the Division,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a different game entirely. It's like the survival mode or whatever in Division 1.
I didn't play that, but that's. I want to say
the only thing I can think of. I mean, they have two different servers. One's the quote unquote PVE one where, you can't shoot the other players, but you can still loot their shit if they get killed. So, it was on the PVE server that was happening. The PvP one, you can just shoot the other people you come in contact with. So, not my cup of tea.
it basically sounds like World of Warcraft, but on a PvP server with guns. That's what it sounds like. It's third-person perspective.
Yeah.
That's pretty lame. I don't know if I don't know if I would jump on that.
Yeah, no, probably not. But the Division, if they ever get their ass fucking all their shit fucking together, they've promised new content this year.
Yeah, what is up with that? It's just
if I know.
Because
I don't know. I mean, I haven't been on social media and Twitter, so I don't know. I don't see their tweets. I don't play it, so I don't see any in-game announcements. I mean, I see the ones that make it to the Discord server, but it's all been the same old shit rehashed, no new content. So it's like, well, okay, why? There's no reason to play it.
So when I quit playing, weren't you doing didn't they incorporate like a different raid? Was there like a different raid that you guys were working on?
Yeah, there was a new raid.
And you guys full cleared it?
Done.
And just
multiple times.
Nothing since that raid.
Nope.
I
mean, they had a new season, but that season's now almost a year old. Basically, what they've been doing is recycling the seasons, and now you can go back and get stuff you missed. Well, I got all of that shit already, so there's zero reason for me to play.
So no new content in the PvP wasn't something that interested you.
No.
Yeah, there's some pretty interesting builds though. I think that game was hella interesting with like all the gear and the min-maxing, which I'm not really a fan of, but it does give the game some replayability because it's like, okay, well, this chest I have is 85% crit and whatever. And
well, now they have the recalibration stuff that you can do, or optimization, and you can change each of the stats. You can bump them up.
You can change all three stats.
So now it's just a matter of you can change completely one stat. Like if you've got an item that's got 2 red and 1 blue stat, you can roll a red onto that blue.
Right.
But then you can still upgrade each of those red stats.
So you don't even have to farm like a chess piece with at least 200s in stats that you want.
Correct.
I don't like that, man.
Yep.
I don't like that. Remember that's what they basically did with World of Warcraft. They just made it like easy, and it was like, well, we don't want it easy, but we sure as hell don't want it like a chess piece that's going to drop once every 1,000 years.
Yep. So
Yeah.
why play?
Man, what a bummer. Destiny wasn't your cup of tea.
It was all right. Just kind of boring. I didn't like the raids. I don't like jump puzzles. And like the second raid, or I guess the second phase of the first raid, was all like jumping around from asteroid to asteroid or some shit. And it was just meh.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know our mutual
I played it,
friend
played some other stuff.
went
and
back
just-
to Destiny. He's playing Destiny now.
Our banker friend.
Our banker friend. Yeah. Which, I talked to him the other day. Our banker friend is now, he's in charge of two branches. And I was like, are you getting paid more? He's like, nope. It's like, okay, well.
Why are you doing it?
No. So hopefully he gets the next higher banker position. That's kind of why he's doing it, so.
So he can run 3 branches without getting any money.
Exactly. He gets to do 3 people's jobs and still only get paid for 1. But yeah. Yeah, I sent him a birthday gift. He sent me a really funny book in the mail. And it was like How to Successfully Ruin Your Kids, which I have not picked up yet. It's sitting at the coffee table. Oh, excuse me. It's sitting in the coffee table, and it looks very entertaining, but I just haven't gotten around to reading it. It's like, all right, I have some free time. How do I want to take care of my free time? I want to go kill some stuff. So I go play some Call of Duty. That's what I do. But, yeah. How's the rehab going?
Same old, same old.
Get some of that hot yoga.
Yep.
Hot yoga.
One thing I did. Oh, I did get my drug on Tuesday. I got the approval letter, and so I have started taking Lyrica. It is working to an extent, but I'm pretty sure I need to bump up the dose, which I do on Tuesday after in a couple days.
So you can drink now?
I don't know. I didn't ask about what I can take on Lyrica. I didn't talk to my doctor.
Dude, I sent you that shit almost a year ago, by the way. Like, I think I put them in the mail and you got them about November.
December.
Okay, well,
I got them after all the shit happened, which was in November.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, them motherfuckers are aging on a shelf somewhere. Like, you need to
covered.
You need to talk to your doc and see if you can, drink 6 shots of whiskey and get this shit over with and get your fucking camera on. Oh, I'm so sorry. You have to forgive me. I'm actually sleeping a lot more now that the lady and the son aren't here. So, for some reason
they're not there. Where are they?
She took him down to San Antonio area again. She, I think tonight and yesterday night she went to my dad's house. So, plus my dad tends to cook a lot, so she's got that going for her. And she went and took him over to a mutual high school friend. She, I guess, took him some other places. What is that? I can't think right now. Her sister's kid, right? If it was her sister's kid, that would be like a niece, right? So her niece has a kid, which, what would that kid be to her? Your niece's kid would be your... What?
Great niece.
Your great niece?
Yep.
Okay. That's weird. I thought great was like the other way. But anyway, so she had a birthday party. I guess it was her 1 year birthday party. So she went and did that. Hung out with family. And I just fucking worked and came home and slept. And fucking Friday, I came home from work and I passed out. And I woke up and it was like 10 something at night and I hadn't fed the animals. And I was shocked that like the dogs hadn't shit on the floor. It was amazing. I took the dogs out and fed the cats and they hated me. And Saturday morning I'm using the kitchen sink and I put in this kitchen fixture. And it's a great design. It's a kitchen fixture, right? It's got a little nozzle that comes out. You can let go and it comes back up, right? And then it's got like the choice between just water and like the spray. And it has a built-in motor in it with an LED, so like a white light comes on when there's water running through it. And I remember showing my dad. My dad's like, this was like, I think I bought it in like May. And it what it replaced was a piece of shit that I'm surprised we just had it in the house that long. The fact is, like, it didn't even quit working. It was just that it was just so annoying. Like, you have a big sink and you kind of want a big gooseneck on your faucet so you can work with it and you can pull it down. And this thing was a piece of shit. And finally we were just like, all right, we're gonna fix this, and this is gonna give it like a small bit of appeal when we try to sell the house. And Saturday morning, I was switching from the spray to the regular water, and something in there blew up. I just heard a, and it was. So that thing was months old and destroyed. So I had to go get another one, and I was installing that today. And I put the other one back in the box, and I'm just gonna take it back to Lowe's and be like, yeah, it broke. Oh my gosh. And just, no, just refund it on my credit card. Because, you know, if I had it for like a year and it broke, like, okay. But I had that thing for months, man. That's some bullshit. I just know I'm never going to buy that brand again. So, yeah, I did that. Did the lawn. I was supposed to have a get together. I was supposed to have some friends over from work. We're actually supposed to go to my buddy's house and drink whiskey, smoke cigars, and talk shit about people from work. And then both of them ended up changing plans, and then there was a guy came over, and he's like he's a Jewish guy, so he's a gym rat like myself. He's Jewish, he's gay, and he's like a historian. And I'm sure you've known those people that could just tell you everybody in the Bible. You know, Darian begat Seth, and Seth begat Joe, and Joe begat Lehi and Lemoni, and essentially that's what he did. And I fucking passed out. It was like, all right, man, well, I'm going to bed because I've only had like 3 drinks and I'm just tired. And we're just talking about different tribes of Israel. Like, I did not think the conversation, I thought we were just gonna fucking chill out, you know, bullshit. Yeah. That was my weekend, dude. My weekend gone by fast. And then today it was balls to the wall again. It was crazy. Cooking fucking 5 pounds of burger, cooking 10 pounds of chicken a day. It was a lot of work, man. I need a pat on the back. That's what I need. I need someone to tell me I did a good job.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Oh, and then Tuesday I get my MRI. So Tuesday morning at 1 o'clock in the morning I get my MRI. So
about fucking time.
Well, there's a waiting line, dude. Just like there's a waiting line for your drugs. So we're gonna try to get those VA percentages up. We have to schedule that knee surgery for when I get to Maryland, because I definitely want to leave here. Crazy thing. Okay, check this out. So I actually found out the name of the guy that is putting the offer on the house. The house is under contract right now. I was like trying to find him on Facebook, because that's usually the first place if you want to find somebody. If you can find them, you'll find them on Facebook. If you can't, maybe you got to go like try to track them down on Twitter or something, or whatever. So I found him on Facebook, and it said I had a mutual friend with him. And I was like, and I saw him on the security camera, and I was like, he looks like a soldier. And he came through with his wife and their realtor, and I like spying on people as they go through the house, because I can see, oh, this one's potential, or like these people don't want the place, they're just here. And the lady was really, really selling the house, but she was like it was all in Spanish, and my Spanish isn't terribly good. And so I found out the guy's name, and I found out we had a mutual friend, and I'm like, okay, where do I know this guy? And then I remembered I actually know this guy. So if this is the guy I think it is, if this is, I'll just tell you his first name. If this is the Jason so-and-so, I know exactly who this guy is. We weren't like chummy, but like we were definitely cordial. Like I knew he existed, he knew I existed, and that would be weird. That would be weird if some guy I knew back in 2012 ends up here, buys my house. I'll definitely leave that guy a nice bottle of booze. Get me out of this fucking house payment. So, yes, sir. That's what's going on in the world of me. Is there anything else you'd like to update me on as your supreme overlord and commander?
Supreme overlord and commander.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Nope. Nothing to see here, sir.
By the way, I think we should do a gun stream, or a gun show, a gun podcast. I think that should be something we do. Like maybe well, of course you need a fucking camera.
I'm not showing guns. What are you talking about?
It's YouTube. You can totally show guns. It's not.
Yeah, I'm still not.
Okay. Oh, I gotta go gun shopping too. So, when is it?
What are you talking about? I don't have any guns.
Oh, they sank in that boat accident. Like
Lost them all.
2
It's
months.
tragic.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. No. Yeah, I remember. Nah, I'm gonna go gun shopping on Friday. I think. Go look for another piece. So, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. But other than that, I don't have anything else going on. Except work, dude. I cannot wait to fucking leave this place. It used to be a great job. But I ain't got nothing else, man. You want to give us the final word and we get the hell out of here?
Named jalapenos are the pickled ones. It's gotta be J. Leroy's. And taxation is theft.
Amen. Dilly dilly, brother Darian. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I hope you liked the show. Go ahead and leave a comment. Like, subscribe, comment on the video, share.
Try one of the recipes.
Try one of the recipes. Ooh. I'll leave I'll put my pound cake recipe in the description if y'all are like into baking, but yeah, well, hopefully I can get the YouTube channel unlocked. Otherwise, Darian's gonna have to post the videos for the unforeseeable future. So yeah, hopefully you got your rendering software together and stuff.
Sure don't.
Well, you've got fucking time, bro. But yeah, that being said, I'm Jake.
I'm Drake.
This is Jake Drake Show. We'll see you next week.